G'day, four-wheel drive, reporting from one of my favourite low-cost camps in Victoria. Now I love this for all sorts of reasons, I'll talk about that in a minute. So there's three types of low-cost camps you can get. You can get free camps, well it's obvious how much it's going to cost. Then you can get low-cost camps, typically will be about $10 to $15 a night per side. And you can get donation. Now donation is a bit controversial because really, but most people will pay between $10, $15, maybe $20 a night if they've got the money and they really loved it. So they're the three types. Now, as I said, I'm in my favourite place, which is a low-cost campsite. With that money that you save, what would be really nice is if you can take that money and take it down to the local shops to help support the economy. That would be the ideal situation. I don't want to freak you out, but if you want the absolute best results, you need to update your maps. Now, if you're not too concerned or if this all looks a bit difficult, move on to the next section of actually using WikiCamps. But to update the maps, you click your maps. This is where I am now. It's increasing and decreasing because I'm using my thumb and my finger to expand it. So that's kind of where I am at the moment in Victoria. Next thing you do is you click your little logo up here. You probably have a logo, you might have a picture of yourself, not sure. Click that and you can see a whole lot of things that you can do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click offline maps because a lot of your travelling will indicate or will require a detailed area of the maps. So you go down the very bottom, it says select your map. Click that. Now what I'm doing is I'm pinching and expanding. That's as wide as I can go. So you can see I'm in Victoria. I'm just going to use my finger now. I don't need to know about Melbourne, so I'm going to South Australia that way. So I'm dragging it across. That'll do for the minute. That gives me where I am and towards South Australia. I click download. Off it goes. I'm going to select another map. Select your own map. It's already kept that particular position. Now I'm going to use my finger to scroll across and try and guess the other bit that I haven't covered. So I'll now do that section that takes me up across on the top. That takes me across there with it left where it says Mount Gambier. I'm going to click that. Download. And the last one I'm going to click is select your map. Using my digit finger, I'm scrolling across and I'll leave Mount Gambier there, and this will cover me the area of Mount Gambier, Robe and sort of up in South Australia. That'll do me at the moment. Click download and basically it'll then get on to doing its thing. Now I'm going to stop here because this is just uploading your Google Maps. Make certain they're up to date and they're quite detailed, because if you don't, well, you'll know, because sometimes you will be in a map and sometimes maybe Google Maps will get you lost, but it's because you haven't downloaded the real detail of Google Maps. And as I said, if this is all complicated, don't worry about it. Let's go to the next section, all about WikiCamps. This section is all about using WikiCamps, and I'm going to go basically on the sort of beginner level. There are other levels, but I don't want to confuse you. So I'm on my screen of my phone and I go up and I click WikiCamps there. Now, how fast it loads will depend on how good your internet is, how fast your phone is, and variables like that. So be patient, it will eventually load up. So I'm in looking at the area that I am at the moment. As you can see, there's 483 sites in the map area. Now that can be, for me, is just way too much, and I find it really confusing, and it gives me so much detail I really can't work it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up there and I'm going to click this little section up here, and it's called the filters. Okay, so these are the filters in here. Now the fee category there moment it's showing all. What I'm going to do is I'm just looking for free camps and donation camps. All right, we'll leave that one. Then I will talk about the site type. Now, there's a slight fault with, in my opinion, there's a slight fault with WikiCamps here, because where it says show all, you'd think you'd be able to click that tick and it would lose all of them, but it doesn't work that way. So I don't want to look up backpacker hostels, so turn that off. Day use area, I don't care, because I'm just trying to get a camp for the night. Point of interest turned off. Information centre at this stage turned off. Public dump point, I'd probably leave that for the minute. Turn off public facility. Water filling, probably leave that. Roadside rest area, no. Parking and experiences. Then I'll click show results. Still pretty busy, but don't forget I've got a big area covered. So what I'll do is I will have less of an area. And again, if you're a little bit lost, you're not kind of sure where you are, press this circle with a little dot in the middle. That'll take you to exactly where I am. That's exactly where I am now. And I'm going to pinch with my finger and thumb. And these are just giving me some camps and some water areas nearby. There's one or two, one up at Bolden there. There's a handful. In fact, there's 19 sites there. Now, that's okay. You might want to do it that way. You might want to click list view. And now it's actually got all the places, the 19 places it talked about, with their ratings and reviews and all that sort of stuff. Butts Reserve, just up the road. I've been to that particular one. So I'm just using my finger to scroll up. Happy Jack's Reserve, thinking about going there. And this is them, all those places. See, they're all free. They're just in the local area. Now, another way you can do it is you can search. So I might decide, all right, I'm going to go to Mount Gambier. So I'll click search. And it's not a site name, which is by default. I'll click cities and towns. And now I'll type Mount Gambier. There we are. Oh, there's none. It's not good. All right, I'll click up Hamilton. Saw that on the map. Yes, Hamilton, Victoria. There we go. And remember, we're still in the list area. I'm going to go back to map area. So that's Hamilton. I'm going to get my finger and thumb and squeeze it down so I can see a little bit more. Now, because there wasn't anything available in Mount Gambier, the results was a little bit specific. But now that I've expanded, I noticed down here, I could look at them in a list, but that's down here at the Belém Hotel. That apparently is free. And if I want to get the details, I just click that. And then it'll tell me almost 5 stars, 7 ratings, 104 reviews, blah, blah, blah. 44 photos if you want to have a look at it. And this is one of those classics about the free pub one, which is very kind of them to offer. But don't forget, you'll probably be going and having a meal. If it's a couple and a couple of beers, you probably wouldn't get much change out of 100. I noticed it says the pub is closed on Mondays. Still happy to camp, blah, blah, blah. So that's basically how to use it. And you can add to trip, and you can get up here and you can put a heart on it there. For the heart, you could be saying, I liked it, disliked it, visited it, want to visit, and starred. I'm not sure what starred is, but I'll just say liked. Save. Then if we go back, it should have. Now they've changed it. So it used to be before that little icon would change from being that type, because I've liked it, it then goes in the shape of a heart, so it's easy for me to find that. Anywho, that's the way it goes, and that's sort of the way you do it. And you can leave your rubbish here, so they've got a little area to put your rubbish. Way over yonder is an ash pit, so when your embers and everything are cooled down from the fire, you can drop them in there. There's no woke comments here, just so long as you identify yourself as a filly. Colt. I'm thinking of the movie I'm a Stallion. So colt. I wouldn't normally put you through this, but it is pretty outstanding. So this is the setup: toilets, showers. Shower's quite good, you know, as a shower goes, but it's got all the stuff. Beautiful, nice hot water. You're not held back by, you know, no more than 2 minutes in the shower or stuff like that. A nice little twist to their campsite. That entire log has been carved out, and I'm pretty sure from memory it was carved out using a chainsaw.
Hang on, mate.
Yeah, good yourself. And I'm out the front of a place called the Maldon Vintage and Machinery Museum. Now it's only open Wednesdays and Saturdays, but seriously, if you get a chance, get over here and check it out. I can't remember how much it cost bugger all, but it's one of the best, definitely one of the best museums I've been to, certainly in Victoria I'd say. And the guys are passionate about it. They may even be volunteers, I'm not sure. But this is what it looks like, so if you get a chance, come and check it out. Look at that old dray, I think it is. Awesome dray, I'm pretty sure that's what they call a dray. And I'm not sure if you remember, but way back I told you about Mollier Gull, where they found the world's biggest nugget. Pretty sure there was one of those that they put the nugget on the back, and one of the women sat behind it and threw her skirt over it, so that when they were taking the gold into the bank, no one was going to rob them. I'm in downtown Maldon, which is one of the towns that is really quite close to camping, either at Newstead, which is a low-cost campsite, or the free one here in Maldon, which is Butts Reserve. Now, either of those places to stay means you're really close to the shops. You've got lots of old antique things and knick-knacks. Great food place. You've got the Maldon Bakery. Now, they've been running that shop since sometime in the 1800s, which says something about the food. As I mentioned earlier on, this is one of my favourite places, the Maldon Bakery. So if you do get a chance, come and check it out and ask for Rebecca. That's Rebecca in the shop. I'm just going to walk you up this track and give you a bit of an idea of the actual layout of this free camp, Butts Reserve in Maldon. Now, turning off the black tar, you turn onto the gravel road into Butts Reserve. Yonder over there is your basic facilities, and hidden round the back, very important to know this if you come and stay here, hidden round the back there's a tap and a hose, so you do have fresh drinking water. There's a sign there, over there, the sign warning, limbs may fall. Now this is just sort of typical of really anywhere you stay. It doesn't matter whether it's free or not, or cost or anything. These gum trees will occasionally just drop a branch, and hopefully it's not fatal, and hopefully it doesn't do too much damage to anything of yours, but just be very aware of it. As I say every week, there you have it. Now, an important thing about trying to find free camps, there is more than just the WikiCamps, but I would really challenge anybody who can travel around Australia and find free camps without WikiCamps. Certainly is maybe a secondary position. You can also buy the maps. I think it's Free Camps Australia. Comes out every year, and to be honest, if you get a second-hand one, which I did and I've lost, that's probably just as good as, you know, the brand new ones, and they're really quite expensive, like very expensive. So yeah, there you have it. You can get yourself a book and flick through the book of all the free camps. You can jump on WikiCamps, and hopefully this video has given you a really good insight on just how to use it. Most important thing about it is make sure you have the filters right. What I would do is go on, add all filters, and then untick them as the ones you don't want. Don't forget that little trick. You can't tick the top one and they all go on or all go off. You could actually individually do it. So keep that in mind. The other thing is I didn't mention, you can actually get information about free camps just by Googling, and the best way of doing it of all is when you call into town and to buy some groceries or buy some stuff, ask around. The locals usually are more than happy to help you, and you might find some free camps that even we can't find. Now, if you found the video useful, helpful and or entertaining, please give me one of those. And if you think the video is worth sharing, that too would be great. Until next time, this is Paul Wheel Drive, signing off.